Tuesday afternoon at the PGA Championship. It is almost comically hard out here. I think it's a really hard golf course, period, but the wind is way up. It's kind of swirling, and it's drying out the fairways and the greens even more than they already were, which means the ball is just really hard to stop, especially downwind. So the players are just hitting shots and like laughing. I mean, then the rough is really thick to begin with. Not super long, but really thick. Players keep talking about a thick blade of grass, which I've never really heard before. But yeah, if they were playing today, carnage. And tomorrow is gonna be freezing cold. By the time we get to the actual tournament, it's gonna be more playable. But for now, I mean, it just looks really, really difficult. Monday's gone. Tuesday's here.
Today's theme is questions.
Questions.
Is Jordan Spieth playing in the PGA Championship?
Yeah. Where is Jordan Spieth actually? That feels like a kind of important question.
People said
that nobody knows the
Michael
answer
Greller
to.
was here yesterday.
Yeah, Greller's here. Spieth is apparently on the way.
Tom Kim was dealing with a thing with his right wrist. Right wrist forearm. So
I have a fun fact.
A bunch of KT tape on there.
Yeah.
Do you want to know something about both Tom Kim and Jordan Spieth?
Yes, Claire would love
They are right-handed golfers, but left-handed writers.
Sick.
He writes left-hand when he signs autographs, so I would assume, right?
Kind of stirs the soul to hear that. Lefty gang.
Yeah.
Absolutely assemble.
All right, first guy of the day. We've got Rory and then we've got Jon Rahm, right? Two of the best talkers in the game, kind of coming in on opposite ends of the spectrum. Rory, a little bit beaten down after the Masters, skipping the RBC. Jon Rahm, literally on top of the world, best player in the world, unquestioned #1 Masters champ. So, I mean, I guess it'll be interesting to see if you can hear that difference in their press conferences, or if they're both feeling like proper alphas.
Expect to go out there, and if I can execute the way that I feel like I can, then I still believe that I'm one of the best players in the world.
Almost seems silly to ask because you're coming off such a strong run of golf, but how do you feel about your game? Where's your confidence level right now?
I'm confident. I feel good. It's been a great year. It's been an amazing year, and I'm just hoping to keep adding more to it. It's been a lot of fun, and hopefully I can keep riding that wave.
Is there anything you've been working on specifically, or really just maintenance?
I mean, middle of the season, nothing groundbreaking, I would say. And there's always little things we all want to improve, but I think at the end of the day, it's all what's going on between the ears on the golf course more than technique at this point of the season.
What defines success and failure, and is that dynamic something you always have to kind of recalibrate?
Like, if I don't win another tournament for the rest of my career, I still see my career as a success. So I still stand up here as a successful person in my eyes, and that's what defines that.
We just got Rory and Rahm done, two favorites, two different press conferences. Rory seems sort of keen to not say anything, not make headlines. It's funny because what comes naturally to Rory is just sort of talking extemporaneously and, going deep on everything, being the thoughtful guy that he is. Anyway, then you have Jon Rahm, who seemed eager to go deep on basically whatever. He kept almost apologizing for not saying more because he was like, look, I don't know what else to say. That's just kind of what I think. Rahm really is like a history nerd. He was quoting Arnold Palmer. He referenced Tiger's '98 season. He apologized for not knowing more about Walter Hagen. And even though then he was like, wow, look, a lot of people wouldn't know that much about him if it weren't for Bagger Vance. So he's still pretty keyed in. Yeah, Rahm is pretty amazing.
The range is kind of like the library of the golf tournament. You get to see what people are working on, kinks that are being ironed out. A lot of guys this week are hitting shots from the rough on the range. They're moving back And we saw Luke Donald taking driver and a hybrid out of the rough just because he knows he's probably going to have to take some of those shots throughout the week. It's a fun spot to say hi to caddies and coaches, catch up, and just see what everybody's been up to. All right, thank you. Here we go. We've got Bones here.
What's up?
We're going to grab some ice cream.
Ice cream. Let's get it done.
Thank you so much. No problem. It's on Bones today.
I'm buying.
We'll hope for a JT win this week, so he gets that back. All right, Bones, what'd you go with?
Chocolate chip. You know, I don't change it up much.
Your classic go-to?
Yeah. You?
I went with it's called Dirty Vanilla. It has Oreo. It's basically cookies and cream, I think.
Okay.
But so I want to hear your proudest moment as a caddy, not because a player did something, but you personally, that you felt like you helped pull off or...
Say just longevity. I'm proud to have been out here as long as I have been. It's just been this incredible experience. And when I started caddying in 1990, I wasn't sure it was going to last 2 years. You know, it's a tough business. It can be hard on people. I've been lucky, but it's amazing all these years later to still be here, see these amazing players, you know, see Tiger Woods go from, hey, that kid in Southern California, you know, to the greatest player, you know, that ever played the game in most everybody's opinion. So, you know, to be out here for that entire era and all the stuff in between, it's really, really cool. And, you know, to go to a team event where, you know, the caddies would show up and they give you 3 shirts and put you in the worst hotel in town. You know what I mean? And now, you know, you're staying in the same hotel as the players when you go to some of these team events. So caddying's come a long way. I love caddying. I love my friends that caddy. And again, I'm just grateful to have gotten to do it for this long.
That's Jordan Spieth right there. You got him. Center straight. I believe he's talking to Braden Shattuck. Definitely don't know about that. Status unknown. I know as much as you do. Looks good. Following Joel, Dahmen, JT Poston, Denny McCarthy, and then Russell Grove here, who is a club pro from Idaho. Firm greens are even firmer. The firm fairways are even firmer, so it's playing even narrower. The landing spots basically don't exist. People are just hitting shots and kind of laughing at how difficult it is. It should be different once the tournament actually starts, but I mean, if they were playing a tournament round today, it would be carnage. 17 and 18 are just, some courses they'll finish you with like a friendly par 5. Oh yeah, we'll get a bunch of birdies here, get some crazy action. Here it's just back-to-back 500-yard par 4s. Kind of just kick you in the teeth. These bunkers lurk down the right side. Everything sort of feeds into them. I mean, these guys make every hole look pretty easy, so I guess nothing would surprise me, but it seems to me like you're hanging on for dear life at the end of this course rather than like, you know, finishing birdie, birdie, birdie to chase someone down.
That was a good one. That's cool. Don't hit it there. It is definitely hard. We were just saying, like, we're just trying to land it like around the front, even just short of it, just especially with help. It's a long hole, so you're hitting a long iron in, at least for us. So it's not going to stop very easily. So like you're trying to kind of use that front to just roll it up on the green.
Is that
anything
true?
long is no good.
Why is it no good?
Just it roll like that hill's pretty steep, so it rolls down there into the rough, and like you can't really. If you try and use lofts and hit it up in the air, it's just gonna release away from you because the green goes away, and the bank is so steep. It's hard to kind of hit that like bump and run shot into it. A lot of them keep coming up short and rolling back your feet.
So what are you gonna do if you end up there?
If I end up there, I might be taking my medicine and just trying to make a 20-footer and for par.
You've seen how many of the holes out here?
Seen 9 holes. I've seen all 18.
Nice.
That's a real caddy for you.
Hell yeah. And what are your first impressions?
First impressions are it's not as hard as I thought it was going to be, which is weird to say as it's blowing 30 and I did make a birdie. But the fairways are running very quick, which makes the golf course shorter, which makes it playable for everyone. That is awesome. The rough is difficult. The golf course is still hard, but it's not. Everyone can play the golf course this week, which I think is great.
I remember you saying something similar at Brookline last year. Does this remind you of Brookline at all? Does it remind you of any other golf course?
Actually, Brookline's a decent comparison, I think.
I feel like it's a little Bethpage meets Winged Foot, but faster.
Those are bad. Those are terrible golf courses. Those
No,
are like one player can win at those golf courses. Hit as far as you can in the rough because no one on fairways. These fairways are generous enough.
Standing on the tee it gives me that vibe. I don't know. Maybe it's the New York area. I don't know.
No, I think it's good. I think that you'll see a very eclectic leaderboard. You won't just see bombers.
How do you personally feel?
I mean, if I was any good at golf right now, I'd feel better. But I am currently historical data over the last 4 months is not great for me. But I got to round into form at some point.
Gino, what do you think when he says that, Gino?
Facts only.
I was thinking from Finding Nemo when Dory's just keep swimming. Yeah, we're just keep swimming right now. So it'll happen. We'll get there.
I will say that my hopes are a lot higher after playing 9 holes. I was bummed when they said it was Bomber's Paradise, but it's not because I can hit the low thing that runs forever, and I played it
Worked really well today.
Anything else you're looking to get up to while you're in the Western New York geographical region?
What's that plate of food we're supposed to eat?
Oh, garbage plate. Is that what it's called?
Yes, yeah. Garbage plate.
I think we're gonna find a garbage plate sometime this week. Also,
I might find multiple.
I believe there's a curling club around that I would love to go and do. My coach Rob is here, and he's a big curler, big fan.
Have you done it before?
I've never done it, but I get into it every 4 years at the Olympics.
I feel like you would hurt yourself trying to brush the ice though.
Well, I don't. I just want to throw the rocks. No,
fair.
I just want to.
And then just yell.
Yeah, maybe drink a beer.
Maybe drink a beer. All right, boys, keep swimming in the right direction.
Thanks for
the preview.
Cheers.
Having a horrible hair situation, as you could probably tell from the last few minutes. Yeah, I thought Oak Hill would be a lot oakier than this.